right, we better get straight into it, because I know that you are all wondering what happened to Sabine Wren after she got run through with a lightsaber at the end of episode 1. So let's quickly get the scroll out of the way, and you can find out. But big warning, spoiler alerts, spoiler alerts.
And now, pigs in space!
Bonjour. Of course she didn't die. Of course she didn't. She's perfectly fine. Sitting up in hospital, doesn't even wince. And she's in hospital. What happened to the Bacta tanks? I mean, how long was Luke in the Bacta tank for when he got his hand chopped off? Qui-Gon Jinn died, but they are white males, aren't they? So the Force is kind of female nowadays. So she's perfectly fine. Excellent. We go to a moody scene on the Empire planet. On a Temple planet, sorry. Empire, this is the connection with Thrawn. And Ray has got the ball from last episode, and he puts it on a plinth and tells Blondie to call the witch because it looks like it's working. I don't know why the witch didn't meet him there, if she knows he's got the ball, and don't know why she's always got to go off and talk to people and find people, and I don't know. Anyway. AHSOKA goes to Sabine Wren's place, because obviously they're having a little chat in the hospital, and she says, well, the robot, I don't think there's even an apology in there to AHSOKA from Wren to say, oh, sorry, I took the puzzle and should have got killed. Bit stupid, really. Sorry about that. None of that. So AHSOKA has to go back to her apartment, and now the Jedi can just wave their hand around a scene and know what happened yesterday. She can hear the voices of the fighting. She can hear the bad dialogue from Blondie and Sabine Wren from last episode. And we get to hear a little bit of it again. Joy of joys, the dialogue. I can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it, especially when you've got bad dialogue coinciding with brilliant acting. And Rosario Dawson, is absolutely superb in this, Oscar worthy. Yeah, and I did have my tongue in my cheek then. And she gets attacked by a robot. They've left a robot there. Why? You've destroyed everything. Why have you left a robot there? I'll tell you why. Because the plot needs it. We need a robot head to trace back where the map's gone, don't we? And this is the easiest way to do it. Have a robot fall out of the ceiling. The little cat thing goes, grrr, which is just the second warning that AHSOKA needs. But she knew he was there, didn't she? Of course, he's female. Takes the robot's head back to Sabine in hospital. So it must be about 10 kilograms, and she's just lifting it around. She's just been stabbed through the side, but, she don't even... There is just no attention paid. And yes, it is bothering me. It bothers me greatly. Why do it? Why do it? I know I'm going back now, but why do it? Just have her mildly grazed or something. Why has she got to be run through? Because it looks cool, doesn't it? And we know this is how Dismal Minus create their episodes. Wouldn't it be cool if, like on the Temple planet, and it's all done really, the colouring of the trees and all the rest of it, and the scenes with Ray and Blondie on the Temple planet, all mean and moody. Even the music seems to pick up a bit and suit the scenes. They're the standout scenes, even though they don't make sense, really. But anyway, somehow they're on the temple planet, and the witch woman can hear communication from Thrawn. She can hear him. Well, what is he now? Is he Sith? Is he a Sith Lord now then? Because I know he's kind of got, his race has got. If you've read any of the stuff, and I don't know how much they've done in the cartoons, but his race has a certain aptitude to warfare and combat and blah blah blah. But I didn't know his race had an aptitude for communicating across the galaxies, not just across their own one, the one that the laser's been showing them, about 20 feet away. So I don't know how many light years that is in the map world. But anyway, the robot head leads our team to Corellia. And guess what? They go to Corellia. Hera and AHSOKA. Sabine Wren's grounded because she's very, very badly wounded and needs to. No, AHSOKA's just got the hump of her. Tells her she's got to rest. See, I told you I can't get over it. Told you. So we get the 2 minute, don't we? We get a journey through space. Why, oh, why? Not even on the mean and moody temple planet. We have to see the ship come in slowly. We have to see the ship turn round. We have to see the wings come up. We have to see it land. We have to see them walk out. I mean, come on, cut to, guys. Cut to. We have to see the ship's in space, and I can hear pigs in space again, and I don't know why I keep thinking of pigs in space. Perhaps it's Hera being green, and it reminds me of Kermit the Frog, who wasn't in that, but Pigs in Space was part of the Muppet Show, of which Kermit was the host. Okay, so don't at me. All right, I know you weren't in Pigs in Space. We need to see these spaceships travelling through space, don't we, from all angles? Well, you might need to see a little bit of something. But they don't go very fast. They're just really like, they're always, these spaceships are always like that. Anyway, they eventually land on Corellia. And of course, they are confronted by a middle-aged white man. He's not going to be on the wrong side, is he? Of course not. This is how predictable this crap is now. It really can't get any more predictable. Hera spots a problem because the women are intelligent. The man hasn't got a backup plan because he's a man and he's white. And there's a C1 robot. Listen, there's another female. Even the robot's a female in the show. I've got nothing against the ladies, right? But why have they even made the robots women? Like, sound like women. Whatever next? Are we going to have... I was just going to say, are we going to have a non-binary one? But we can't, can we? Because it's the binary code and all that. Anyway, get back on track, Hog. C1 is another female. And she's really intelligent as well. Of course she is. We couldn't have a male robot really intelligent, could we? No way. No. So she says, yeah, there's this... because Hera's asking, and AHSOKA are badgering this man now, and then there's a bloke pretending to twiddle buttons in the background that the camera keeps going on. And guess what? He's white as well. So it's a white man twisting buttons, looking out the side of his eyes like that, pretending. And then suddenly he jumps up with a gun and says, "For the Empire!" But he's not quick enough, is he? Because of course he's not, because AHSOKA's quicker. Whew. Done 'em. Right, you. Off we go. Anyway, that was, oh, by the way, that was preceded by a 2-minute trip on a little car through the shipyard while Hera and AHSOKA had a chat. Another dismal minus calling card. The chat. And I know, listen, I know I'm being facetious now, but it's dull. it is just deadly dull. Even so now they've been outed. The hyperdrive that Hera spotted is being transported off. Not while AHSOKA's around, it ain't. Because she jumps out the window, shatters the glass, and then does this little run. She isn't the most athletic looking actress I've ever seen, I've got to say. And I've got to also say, I don't rate her as an actress. She was all right in Daredevil. Anything else I've ever seen her in, she really wouldn't. And also, the age is showing. It's really weird with Star Wars. They'll put stunt people in to really absurd places. But when we need to see AHSOKA being athletic, I think anyway, you need to see her really bolting after, like even using the force to make her feet. But she's kind of just, it's not quite a jog. It's a little bit faster than a jog, but it just doesn't look like there's any urgency. The ship gets away, and now we've got the other fella now with a black mask on. I know they mentioned his name once. Bollock, is it? I don't know. So anyway, Bollock, he's there, all met with a robot. Because we need one of the robots because there's no tension here, is there? Because we know he's not going to die, and we know definitely 100% she's not going to die. There's no stakes here. But we've got to see something, haven't we? So we see a robot's head getting chopped off. And she does her little jump again. Does a little twist in her jump. Like I said last episode, Ray Park, this is no... These fight scenes are so... Wow. And you can tell there's a moment as well in this fight where the moves she makes, you can just literally see that she's been shown how to do it 3 or 4 times. And it's like, right, come on. We've got it. It's not exactly the training they went through for John Wick 4, put it that way. and then here, old Kermit takes off after this big ship that's got the hyperdrive. She's got Chopper on board, ain't she? And oh my God, she's weaving out the way of these big guns on the back of this ship. Now, I don't know if they were former stormtroopers or the targeting system isn't quite working, because she spends a long while directly behind this ship as it goes up out of the atmosphere, and she's got to attach a tracker to it. And Chopper's looking for a tracker. He's got to attach it to it. How do you think they've got to attach the tracker to this big ship? Yeah, Chopper has got to put it on there. Of all of the delivery systems for a tracker device in any science fiction program, book, comic, film, that is not the ideal delivery system, is it? Where you've got to take off in a ship with a robot in the back. He's got to rummage around. He rummages around a box of spare parts, asking Kermit, has she been going through his things? And she's arguing, she's trying to dodge the bullets, the lasers. No, it's not lasers, it's not even lasers. And she's trying to dodge, and she's still directly behind, not up here or round there, or she does a little bit of that, does a little bit of left and right, just to confuse the ex-stormtroopers with the defective targeting systems. Anyway, eventually, so we cut from that back to acrobatic AHSOKA, doing her little flip, doing her little turn, you know, just how she's been instructed. And eventually they get up into space, but I don't know what she's been. Well, she's been waiting for Chopper to get the tracker out of his spare parts box, and then she suddenly just goes around the side of the ship, goes over it so that Chopper's upside down, so he can lob out the tracker. How absolutely stupid. Just pathetically stupid. And someone goes, whack, whack, with the thing. Yay! They've done it. And the ship with the hyperdrive goes off into hyperspace. So we're back on to Sabine now, because to be fair, I haven't thinking about it. This is turning into a little bit of the Sabine show. I mean, I'm learning a lot about Sabine Wren and what went on in the cartoons, right? Because if you're coming at this, and they do need fans, other than Star Wars fans, hardcore, the taters of this world, right? Love you, taters. You can't expect people to follow your lead character when you literally know nothing. You literally, they've got, all right, a mystery character, fine. So where's this AHSOKA come from? If I haven't seen the cartoons, where's she from? What's she about? What is she? There's nothing. She's just like that. Gives a little smile over there, or gives a scowl to Sabine Wren. I'm not learning anything. Like there's no character development for me, other than if I've watched the cartoons, the other 15 episodes, whatever it is, appearances she's been in, or the main 15, whatever it is. There's nothing for me here, is there? Except old sulky Sabine. And anyway, we're back in her apartment. And she's having a look about. And she gets out her Mandalorian armour. Now again, I know this is all backstory, and I bet everyone's going, oh my God, that's the armour she wore in the cartoons. And it's exactly the same design. Cool, guys. Cool. But now has she not got to bathe in the bath of Mandalorian? Has she not got to have a bath now? Like, what's his name? Bin Djarin. He showed his face, didn't he? And he had to bathe. Now, she has had her helmet off for the entire 2 episodes. Anyway, she cuts her hair so she can get her helmet on. But just a little detail, if anyone can help me out. I didn't know about the continuity, on that one. And the dockyard. So we go back to the dockyard now. We're all over the shop. Go back to the dockyard, and there's still only 5 people on the docks. There's, like I said last time, there is never a scene with more than a handful of people in this, and they're all being led away. And to be fair, they have balanced it up a little bit, because I did see a black male being led away with all the naughty white men. So they're kind of restoring balance to the force there a little bit. And he scowls, the white man scowls at Hera as he's being led away in handcuffs. And then wise words from AHSOKA. She says, it isn't loyalty to the Empire that they're still here, it's greed. So what kind of line of dialogue is that? Now we're back to Sabine. You just cut her hair, still ain't put her helmet on yet, but she's gone back to the monument from episode 1, where they was going to give her the award. And we see her walking from this plinth is right up in the air. This thing is right up in the air. And we just see her walking. As if she's just, she's got the jetpack, ain't she? I'll have to check that out. No. So she's obviously got a jetpack up there, and we don't see that bit. But we do see her walking all the way towards the plinth with the kids drawing on it. And she touches the face of old Ezra, getting all teary-eyed. And then AHSOKA turns up in the ship, right by the, what's it? So they're obviously high up. Anyway, that's it. that's how it ends. And they fly off. Happy days. She's completely recovered within half hour. Yeah, and I ain't gonna get over it. They're back together again as pals. And off they go on to the next week's adventure, which is obviously the robot's head has left them with, or the tracker, sorry, has left them with the next week's episode. Or I'm saying next week's episode because I'm obviously I'm running late. Apologies for that, by the way. But I was on holiday, and so I'm kind of doing these first three in quite quick successions just to get them out of my way, and say my piece so I can sleep at night. Because this is therapy. When it comes to Dismal Minds Star Wars, this is very therapeutic. So I thank you all of my beautiful, sexy subscribers. You know I love you. And anyone that comments, please like. More than anything, please comment. I love getting into all the comments and the backwards and forwards. Let me know if you like this show. And you've got to let me know why if you're going to do that. You must let me know why. But listen, I don't mind. I'm not trying to put anyone off. I'm just trying to have some fun at Dismal's expense, and it's a shame. It is a shame, but it's somehow dull, but hilarious at the same time. Not the hilarity isn't on the levels of Kenobi or Boba Fett. To be fair, the hilarity isn't that. But I have already watched episode 3, and we're in for a corker there. Spoiler alert. There is some absolutely pathetically stupid stuff going on there. I promise you that. So if you're not watching the show, like I know a lot of you aren't, you're just watching my videos, thanks for that. I really appreciate that. That also makes me, well, it gives me a warm fuzzy feeling inside, but that makes me laugh as well. The fact that people won't refuse to watch the show, watch the video instead. So thanks, guys. Well, thanks to everyone who supports my channel. And on that note, I'm going to bid everyone until episode 3. Adios.